being collated. We have one liquor licensing discussion to have, and that is for the formerly called Circle Pizza establishment, now called Ben Cotto, excuse me. Warren Mustachio, are you, or is Bill Ferrullo as the, hey, how do you doing? Good to see you. All right, so Warren and Bill show, take it away.
By saying good evening, my name is Bill Ferrullo. I am representing the two owners of what will be discussed, Ben Cotto, in the farmer space, more recently known as 1-800-Flowers, but historically known as Circle Pizza. Sits at the corner of Hanover and Fleet Street. Joe Bono is not able to be here tonight. You may know he owns two other restaurants in the neighborhood, El Dente and Benvenuto, both on Salem Street. Benevento, I think. That was close though. And Warren, who you may know also, is a lifelong resident of the neighborhood and also president of one of the festival societies here in the North End, and has been for a number of years. We were here a little over a year ago, a little better than a year ago, because we had to rezone that corner, meaning although it had been a restaurant years before, once it changed over to the flower shop, the zoning reverted to a flower shop and not a restaurant, so we went to the Board of Appeal, had it approved to be a restaurant again, and it's been under construction, heavier construction than first thought. It's needed a lot of structural work which has been done. The restaurant will be, that first floor, we're going to give you some floor plans and some other documents. It has 40 seats. They are seeking a beer and wine and cordial license, which we had raised when we redid the zoning for this. There's some photos of the original Circle Pizza that people may find interesting. This is the menu. Floor plans. Yeah, good. Let's go.
The roof that's in this plan?
No roof. So, repeat things that we said a year ago. Again, Warren lives on Clark Street, which is less than a block from the site where he and his family have lived for years. His family before that, 4 generations, pistachios in that location. The restaurant will serve lunch and dinner. As you see, it's not just pizza. The issue of the name, we thought we might be able to recreate the name Circle Pizza, but the previous owner wished to keep the name rights to Circle Pizza. That's why it's Ben Cotto. We think that if you've experienced either of Joe Bono's other restaurants in the neighborhood, very nice restaurants, moderately priced, same here. You see a full menu serving in addition to the pizza. What we've been able to do since we had to do all this construction is the lower level is going to be your prep, walk-in, freezer refrigeration, and dishwashing, etc. So it's not taking up any of the space on the first floor. The construction has how much more? It's nearly done. Several months, a couple of months or so left. We are hoping to obtain the beer and wine license. We had mentioned, again, when we did the zoning, that we would either, as we are now, apply for one that may be available, or purchase one that comes available. In either event, we're hoping to have the beer and wine service for opening.
Great. So I'm going to ask abutters to ask questions first. And I'm asking for abutters, and we've had no abutters at this particular meeting. Oh, okay, great. Do you have a question?
I don't have a question. Same case of God and plus you, the building that butts me.
Excellent.
Warren knows what I've been going through with the restaurants in the back of my property. And he's been working very well with me, and he's been doing a lot of good work. We've gotten a lot of rats, per se, out of our area, but we still have plenty, but he's helping get a lot of the rats out of our area. And like I said, he's been talking with me all the time, and he's been helping me to try to get the other neighbors to do what they're supposed to be doing, because I'm just getting tired of the dirt and the trash from the other restaurants, but I'm hoping Warren will take care of that. But he's been really good with me. He's been letting me know everything that's going on, so.
And he's agreed not to put the trash
Oh,
in
yeah.
the bag.
He said he's going to take care of it, so I agree.
I have a quick question.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
support this, there's no problem there, but what are you gonna do about Giacomo's mine?
It's fine.
You're
It's dirt. Never mind, it's fine, it's dirt.
not talking about Billy.
No, we do. We do. As a matter of fact,
Are you flipping the other way?
you've noticed
On the
that
street.
we've been in discussion with them, and you've noticed when they're busy, they're now putting out sort of stanchions and keeping people on the outside part, trying to
Right.
keep half the sidewalk at least clear and not in front of the door. So it's not gonna be easy, but,
I think a lot of them's gonna end in Cotto.
Sure.
Widen the door. He's gonna have a great flag waving it.
Stephanie Ho, Benjamin Street. Could you tell us what the hours of operation will be, please?
it'll be 11 to 11, weekdays, 11 to midnight on the weekend. 11 being start of lunch, and 11 o'clock PM for close of business. Midnight on weekend nights.
Does that include Sunday?
Probably, no, he says no, Friday, Saturday.
The windows open, the windows, they open. Yeah. And if they, if any noise, we keep them closed.
There's no real entertainment or anything like that, so no loud music.
Any other questions or comments? Victor?
You will need a takeout license, I presume.
No, actually, new regulations, I'll get you a copy.
Oh.
Recently enacted by the city, where they're now taking the position, you know how we've done this for the fish shop and done it for the grocery stores, et cetera. They're taking a position that if the predominant part of the business is a sit-down restaurant, which this is, you don't also have to apply for takeout. And in this instance, when we did the zoning, we did that already. It was before they made the change. So we're not rezoning it yet. You know, we've already done the zoning, but what you're going to see in the future is the implementation of a new regulation that's going to not require takeout zoning separate when it's a minor part of the regular part of the business. So in a restaurant like this, like any other restaurant, if you went in and you said, I can't sit, let me have an order of pasta to go, it wouldn't violate any zoning or anything.
I'm going to make a comment. This is unusual for me, but I just want to say one thing about liquor licensing in general. I have, and Bill, you should listen to this. I have been very critical of the liquor licensing board and the whole process regarding the fact that over the last 10 liquor licenses, I think, that have been awarded in the North End, we've been able to vote on only 3 of those. And that is because the new liquor licensing board is taking what I consider a very lenient stance on neighborhood input. And that's included, you know, the 10 quote-unquote free liquor licenses that were dropped into the system, whole dollop of them, and the liquor licensing board thought, we can't spread these out, it has to be all now, and it has to be in 30 days, and that created the backlog. And I just, so we've had some problems, I've referenced those, Victor has referenced those. I did want to say that I spoke to Joe and to Warren, and I told them, because they've actually already had some hearings with the liquor licensing board, which oddly these days, the liquor licensing board will ask a business owner to go and do the dog and pony show. You could, hey, you know what, we're out of licenses after the hearing rather than before the hearing. Why did you even have the hearing if you don't have any liquor licenses? There are a lot of problems. And as I said, Warren and Joe had actually been there before, and I had a conversation with Joe and then with Joe and Warren saying, look, we really think it's benefits everyone to be involved in the community process. So whereas many restaurateurs have enjoyed the fact maybe that the liquor licensing board, I think very temporarily, has been a little more lenient and has allowed them to have their hearing without our letter of support or without our membership even having voted. These guys, after I made my pitch to them saying, come on, just, they said, well, we'll come into the process. And I was gratified to hear that there are restaurateurs who want to go through a community process, who are willing to do it, even though some of their neighbors maybe have recently not been able to do it. And I'm hoping that leads to a restoration of the process where every restaurateur is comfortable coming into the process. I think Victor has spoken to the fact that we deny very few people because this is a residents group that's fair. So I just wanted to say that thank you for coming in front of us. I think very soon the liquor licensing board is going to see reason, and we're gonna have some common cause. But I just need to say that. So that's my encomium that comes to an end. With that, do I hear any motions?
Move to have a vote to support or oppose.
This would be ballot number 3. Do I hear a second? Okay. Ballot number 3, a vote in support means we will write a letter in support of the application for a wine and malt beverage with a cordial liquor license to the liquor license board. Opposed means you don't want to do that. 3 are in support of the Cotto liquor license, malt and wine license application. 2 in opposition. So we will write a letter of support.
Thank you very much.
23 and 2.
Thank you.